Hi,
You would
friends.
never. Hi, friends. We are already starting mid-conversation into this podcast because Beth is a dodo, y'all. She started to panic because her camera was still on and she didn't want y'all to see her beautiful, ageless
No,
face.
I was counting down. I was like 5, 4. I'm like, no, 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 no. Turn off the camera. Turn off the
Moo.
camera. Oh man, that was a close call.
Oh,
Woo!
whatever, heifer. But yes, again, hi, friends. We are glad
Hi,
that y'all are back
friends.
with us as I come to you live from my little one's room, wrapped up in a blanket, drink in hand.
Is it cold there?
I don't know if it's just the apartment. It really, well, I don't know. I guess it is like in the maybe low 50s
Oh
outside.
yeah.
So I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
yeah, it's we're getting some cool nights and stuff.
You're definitely in sweater weather. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Sweater
The
weather.
best
Sweater
time to
weather.
wear a striped sweater. Where's that from?
All the time. SpongeBob.
Yes,
One
Lord
with a
Hammer.
collar, turtleneck.
Oh my goodness gracious. The only reason I know that song, friends, is because of spending time with Beth and her family and their SpongeBob addiction. Back in the day, I don't know about if y'all got the addiction now, but
I
there's
will just say
definitely.
SpongeBob is classic. I mean, it's just like, to me, SpongeBob is the equivalent of The Office or Modern Family, or those shows that you have running in the background just because they're comfort and you know all the episodes. And
Right.
that is SpongeBob. For some people, it's Friends, which I never got into, never thought was funny. Um,
Oh, are you
what?
serious?
Oh, is that an unpopular opinion?
I would think so, buddy. I know already our one avid listener is a huge, the one who thought you had a lisp, is a
Oh my.
huge,
Uh-oh. Like I need any other reason for her
huge,
to think less of me. No.
right? Huge Friends fan. And you know what?
Really?
Yeah, and I like the show. I mean, it's been a few years, but I decided to start from the beginning, the first season, all the way into the last. And it's hilarious. And of course, the classic like pivot, pivot, like one-liners like that. Yeah, I
Maybe
got
I
into.
haven't watched them in the right context. Maybe I need to give it another try. But to me, it was always, um, I think we might have talked about this show, like not talked about this show, but talked about this before, like predictable comedy and things like that. Like with
No,
like laugh tracks and I don't like that kind of television show or
but
that kind
that's
of
not
comedy.
what
Is that
that
not how it is?
was.
No, I'll have to
No.
maybe for the few episodes that I watched, and maybe it was because I only watched a few episodes and I wasn't like I didn't have a bond with the cast or the people on the
Yeah.
show. I never thought it was funny. I could not get into it.
Oh, I think it now because for me, and it's still, and I like the episodes I have seen of it of Office. I kind of feel the same. It's taken me a minute to kind of latch onto it, but Friends. I mean, and it is goofy. I don't think they had. I don't know if they had laugh tracks, but I really think it would be one that you would enjoy. Like you know how you'd be like, Dawn, I actually laughed out loud on that. Like it's
Okay.
one of those. You it would it. I think it would surprise you of how funny it is. Honestly,
There
I
are
at
very few
least
shows that I
start the first season.
literally, okay, okay. There are very, very few comedy shows that I literally, I mean, literally, LOL, laugh out loud to. I can probably name them on
Ugh.
my one hand.
Oh, Beth, why are
I'm
you such
serious.
a comedy snob? Like,
I'm not,
there's only
I'm
a
not,
few select
that
shows
is
that I've
not how,
actually laughed on.
that's not how I
I
said it.
just,
But
it is.
The
There's,
Office,
I could count on my one hand the number of shows that I've actually LOL'd. Like,
I,
too much. Too
The
much.
Office is one.
Mm, Mm-hmm.
See, and I know, but see, it's kind of dry humor, and you have to be watching. And because there is no like laugh track, there is no like this right here is supposed to be funny. You know what I mean? Like it's not like insert laugh here. It it literally
What do you
is
call
there.
the camera zooms, Beth? The camera zoom, that is your indication to laugh. Oh,
But
did you
those
catch
aren't
that? Because
always
that's what
laughable moments. Lots of times some of them are, but lots of times it's the like the quick wit and the dry humor to me that makes me laugh. So all of the shows like that, um, Parks and Recreation, um, The Office, Modern Family.
you
Um,
said those
I'm
already. Get some new ones.
okay. Well, I said there's only a few. There is a show that I watch on Hulu that's called Only Murders in the Building. I don't know
It
if you've
was
seen that
Selena
before.
Gomez
With
and
Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, and Martin Short.
Heffa. You know I ain't
Mart.
got Hulu.
Well, okay. I'm
You
sorry.
know I
I'm
don't.
sorry.
You know I only got
I
one subscribed channel. You usually gonna rub the salt in the wound.
I didn't know that. I did not know.
You
Everybody,
do know
I
that.
guess.
Every show that you tell me to watch is on Hulu. And I tell you every time, Beth,
Well,
I
maybe by
ain't
now
got
you should have
Hulu.
Hulu. Maybe by now you should. What do you have? Netflix?
I got Netflix. I got Paramount Plus. I got
That's a waste.
Max. I got those for free through my subscriptions
What do you have
with
Max
Walmart.
through? Okay, so I used to have Max through AT&T, and then they stopped it. And I
Mm.
was like, that's the only reason I have. That's the only reason keeping me from switching to Mint Mobile is the fact that I can that I can is
I
that you were
think
giving me Max.
I got
Now I don't.
Paramount Plus through Walmart
I have
because I
Paramount
have
Plus
a
through
Walmart
Walmart.
Plus, and then Max I think I got through our internet Spectrum. I think um we got Paramount Plus, and then we got of course Prime Video through our Amazon Prime. So
I
there's a
got
few of
Prime.
them that we got because of our other
Other things.
things.
I
Yeah.
just recently got Peacock, but that was specifically to watch the show Traitors, which we talked about last season, which we were supposed to get back to, among many other things that we never circled back to.
I'm gonna need you to take
Remember,
the funk out your throat right now.
that
I don't appreciate it. Don't try to call me out in front of our friends.
wasn't you.
Yes, it was. Heffa, don't try to do it. Trying to be slick, which we were supposed to wrap back around to, which we never did because we never did it. What did it stop?
That
Stop
was
it right
that was
now. That was what?
cock. And
Okay.
then, but back to Only Murders in the Building. And that Martin Short and Steve Martin combo
Yeah.
crack me up. Like Martin Short literally makes me laugh out loud. His character is so funny. And he does a character. I don't know if you ever heard of him. I think his name is like Jonathan. Oh, what's his name? When he plays this character. He's like a celebrity interviewer, and he interviews celebrities. But he's like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm, no.
I have to look it back up.
When have you ever really gotten that good, that much into Martin Short?
Well, I remember him from growing up. But like he used to be on Saturday Night Live like way back in the day. Not that I watched him because I think when he was on, I was young and I wasn't watching Saturday Night Live at the time. But I don't know. But who does he play? He's like, he wears a fat suit and he plays a celebrity interviewer. And I'll have to send you some clips. And he like roasts them without meaning to roast them. And the celebrities that he's interviewing, they're being interviewed as themselves. And he is interviewing them
You're
as
right.
this guy. And they don't really know what questions he's going to ask, but he's obnoxious. And so they literally follow I've said literally like 5 times already in the podcast. They follow, they don't know what he's going to throw at them. And he throws all kinds of questions at them and it has them cracking up, but he keeps a straight face and it's hilarious. So anyway,
That reminds me of like, what's his name? Um, Zach
uh
Galifianakis.
huh. Between two
Is
ferns.
it between? Yeah, I've never seen. It's so weird. I don't even know where you find it at or what the case may be. I always see like little clips
Yeah, that's
of them,
kind
and
of
it
what
seems
this is like.
hilarious.
That's kind of along the same line as that.
Okay,
Yeah, but Martin Short is like he's dressed up in character.
okay.
I can't think all of a sudden I'm wanting to say Jonathan Lipnicki, but I think that's the little kid from Jerry Maguire. I don't know. I don't know. So I can't think of his name all of a sudden. But anyway, I digress.
Listen, we're our
We're already like way off topic. I don't even know what we were supposed to be
no,
talking about.
it's fine because we're going to wrap back around. I was going to
Okay,
say the last episode we ended on, we were leaving a cliffhanger about talking about Nutter Butter TikTok.
Dawn. Once again, I think it's too late in the day for us to bring that up
No,
without
it's not,
me
and
having
we
anxiety
have to.
before going to bed.
We have to discuss it because listen, Heffa, the only reason I know about it is because you and Carly mentioned it, and which made me go to TikTok and check it out and be heavily concerned with Nabisco family and Nutter Butter themselves. What is going so friends, now's the time that we shed more light on this. So of course, if you're familiar with TikTok, you know TikTok um, creator content. Big brands use TikTok for videos, advertising, things like that. So, McDonald's may have a TikTok page and they do stuff.
Wendy's has a
I can't
TikTok
even think.
page.
There's so many that who does?
Wendy's.
Wendy's, yeah,
Okay,
all big brands.
I'm just like backtracking onto what you're saying. Yeah, all
You
these
know,
different
I'm trying to give an idea. So Nutter Butter, if you're familiar with Nutter Butter, it is that peanut butter sandwich cookie that's shaped like a nut, looks like a peanut. Um, they have a TikTok page, but when you visit
trigger warning.
their
Just
TikTok videos, they're downright frightening. It's like
I'm I'm
it
telling
seems as
you, if
though
you have not looked it up yet, I am giving you, I hate the phrase trigger warning, but I'm giving you a trigger warning before you open TikTok and search Nutter Butter's page.
paid.
And
The
if
thing
you
like
have
when
had anything to drink before you open that page, do not open that page.
so I'm about to start coughing. So the, for me, if I don't know if it was trigger warning, it's just like when I looked at the videos, it just seriously appeared as if Nutter Butter's TikTok page was hacked by some scary person who made weird Nutter Butter videos. Like it would be like the sandwich cookies walking up to a house, and it's like a crime scene, but it's with cookies. It's involving the Nutter Butter cookies themselves, but it just looks like a little kid or a weird person hacked Nutter Butter's page and uploaded these videos themselves. It's the
No.
weirdest
And that is
thing.
why I say trigger warning. I'm saying it in jest, tongue in cheek, because if you are somebody who suffers from anxiety and you open that page, it will send you off the deep end. It seriously looks like someone has lost their mind and started posting
Just
on their
randomness.
it's is randomness even I think that doesn't even do it justice for what it is. It's not even random. It random would be posting a picture of rainbow or a sunny day on a Nutter Butter page. That would be random. This is completely outrageous.
And what's hilarious is so like we talked about other big brands have pages, TikTok pages. The big brands like I seen was it wasn't Wendy's. It was another big brand, like the certified blue check mark that lets you know like this is the official.
Page.
Like they make comments on number like, oh, what's happening over there? So you like it doesn't. Uh,
I feel like we can't even do it justice by talking about it. It's almost like you guys have got to go if you haven't already. And it could be old news to some of you. If you have not already, You have to go and look at it and see what we're talking about. It's
Because yeah,
crazy.
words I don't
You
yeah, we're not
cannot,
conveying
there's
the
no way.
craziness
We can't.
behind it.
You know why we can't convey it? Because we're sane.
Right. Right. No, it's funny because it's true.
Yeah,
Like if we were able to explain it,
there would
we
you
would
sh-
have to be
there
just
would
as
be a
yeah.
problem. There would be a problem. We need to head straight to
True.
the fourth floor.
True.
Um,
Yep. No, because it yeah. I'm like trying to search my mind for a way to describe the in the words of Tony Baker, the haberdashery that's going on Nutter Butter page. So check it out. Just at your own risk, just realize if you go there, it's
you
crazy.
need to be in a sober and very relaxed, um, sane state of mind to look at the page,
It's
or
very busy,
or it will
very
send you
busy.
off. It will set you off. Okay, yeah. I'm glad we talked about that early to get that out of my
Right?
head so we can move on. But speaking
There we go.
of name brands and you said who is it? Who is Nutter Butter Nabisco? Did you say, or who did you say it was?
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Speaking of
Nabisco.
brands like that,
Hmm.
you know the Goldfish brand, the Goldfish, the snack that smiles back, Goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Goldfish, I found out, is changing their name.
What you mean?
They're changing the name of their product. And guess
Of
what
the actual goldfish crackers?
of the Goldfish crackers. Your question is supposed to be now,
What are they changing the name to?
Chilean sea bass.
I'm sorry, what?
Chilean sea bass.
No, they're not.
They're changing their name from Goldfish to Chilean sea bass
No, they're
to
not.
appeal to the adults because since the pandemic, there has been a decline in snacking.
Sh- All I'm gonna say is I don't know. That sounds like a move that
That Nutter Butter would do on their
that
TikTok
Nutter
page.
Butter. Yes.
Is
Chil-
that not crazy?
Beth, are you sure about this? Because
Dawn,
sometimes you share facts that are like not valid. So are you sure?
I promise. Chilean sea bass, the snack that I can't even sing the song anymore because it doesn't go. They're changing the name to Chilean sea bass to appeal to adults. As an adult myself who eats goldfish crackers, they were not in jeopardy of losing my business because of the name of the cracker. And I've lost Dawn again. It is dead silence on
No,
my
I'm
end.
here. I'm here.
Okay.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm still trying to wrap my head around. What, I don't.
Is that
Go
going to
ahead.
make you
Continue.
buy? No, is that going to make you buy the cracker more because you're an adult and you're a distinguished adult?
Not
That
a
you are
Chilean
going,
sea.
are you going to
No,
now buy the crackers and not feel embarrassed about going to the grocery store to pick up that paper bag of goldfish crackers and put them in your cart? Now you're going to be okay with it because the name on the bag says Chilean sea bass.
I don't. I wouldn't want to even tell nobody that that's what I'm eating. Oh, what you snacking on? Chilean sea bass
That sounds like
crackers.
that snack would make your breath stink.
It right?
I don't want to
Like
snack on Chilean sea bass.
sea bass.
It's bad enough I'm snacking on goldfish.
Listen, I skip over that in the sushi menu at the restaurant. Why would I want to buy a package of it to snack on? Like
I
whoever, Beth,
I said whoever
I'm gonna
works
ask
in
you.
their marketing department needs to be fired.
Fired immediately. immediately.
Chilean
Beth,
sea bass.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. Now, what's your source behind, where did you see this news?
I can't recall, but I want to say CNN.com.
Because I promise you, this info sounds like you got it from a spam email. You know, when they're like, you've just won a Do It 1100-watt air compressor. Like, it's just, it's,
I promise.
there's no way.
You're going
Okay,
to have
so
to look it
friends,
up.
we all gonna have to look that up, Beth, because ain't no way. Oh, yes, could you just imagine, even just over the intercom? Can I get pricing on a Chilean sea bass
I don't
cracker? I can't.
cracker. And so are they going to change? I don't know what a Chilean sea bass looks like when it's in its fish form. So are they going to have to change the shape of the fish? Because now we're eating goldfish that look like goldfish. That's
Right,
like fat goldfish, but they're the color of
right.
goldfish. So
Especially the mega ones.
what color is a Chilean sea bass? What's the shape
And
of a
would you
Chilean sea bass?
and would you want to eat a cheese flavored one
I
if
don't
that
know.
is the case?
Listen, fish are ugly. So
Ugly.
what's the Chilean sea bass look like? Goldfish are a little bit cute at least.
Ain't that Nemo? Was Nemo? No. Was he?
No.
No.
He was
Mm-mm.
a
Clownfish. Clownfish.
clownfish. Clownfish.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But still, I ain't trying. Okay, yeah, okay. So mark that down, friends. We're going to look up whether Beth's information is accurate on the Chilean sea bass. Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
When I found that out today, I literally had to have a moment. I said, "What are they doing? What is going
There's no,
on?"
it's
Have I
bad
would
enough that they had to change Aunt Jemima to
yeah,
Millhouse Creek Village Windmill Pancake Flour. So let's just leave it. I really thought it was going to be in connection of, it was like they were changing it to make it more politically correct or whatever the case may be. I thought that's where you were going with it, because I was like, oh Lord.
well, you can't call them a goldfish. You have to call them an orange fish to be politically correct.
Right, right, something. I thought you
My
was going.
thing, my thing is this: is that and the reasoning for changing the name to me seems not right because they said because there's been a
Right.
decline since the pandemic. Didn't the pandemic probably put a spike in snacking because we were all sitting at home on our butts not doing anything but snacking, watching television, watching Tiger
One would
King?
think. One
You know
would
what I
think.
mean?
Exactly.
I don't know. So anyway, I when
And
I
to
saw
me,
that, I'm like, that's crazy.
you wouldn't have to worry about adults necessarily. It's a kid snack to begin with.
Is it
So
really?
naturally, I mean, yeah,
I mean, it's
goldfish.
supposed to be, but
It
don't all parents eat their kids' goldfish?
But they initially buy it for the kid. You get what I'm
But
saying?
we
So
all,
it's like,
but I feel like and I agree, but my thing is I've been eating goldfish since I was a kid and I didn't stop eating it just because I became an adult. So you don't have nothing to worry
I
about.
know,
You've got like,
but I'm I'm counter suing
mhm.
their complaint of, they want, but adults don't necessarily initially buy it for themselves. They have probably a higher gross sale
Yeah, it's
because
definitely a
of parents
lunchbox
buying it for,
snack. It's definitely
right,
a
buying it for their
lunchbox snack.
kids. So would I walk up and say, hey, little Jimmy, would you like a Chilean sea bass cracker? Like, that it ain't
That's
doing what
not
it's supposed to
cutting
do
it.
at all.
I
At
get it.
all.
I was
Like,
completely floored. I had the nerve to be a little bit upset, and I can't remember who the parent company is for. I want to say it's Pepperidge Farm. I think it's Pepperidge
yes.
Farm. And I was
Yep,
thinking to
because of the
myself,
package.
yeah,
Yep.
what
Hmm.
are they doing?
We already got Milano cookies, okay? We
Right?
already got
There
Tahoe
you go.
cookies.
That is the
Adults are
adult.
covered.
We're good.
We are covered. Because Lord knows I will hide a package of Milano cookies to make sure ain't nobody touching
And
my adult
I
snack.
want a
I couldn't even get a
goldfish.
Milano cookie as a kid. Right.
No, that's an adult. That's an adult snack.
That's an adult snack.
That with
What's
a
the
cup
other
of
one?
coffee.
Yes. Okay. An espresso in the
Right.
afternoon.
Right.
We are covered. We don't need a Chilean sea bass cracker. Y'all doing too much. You're doing too much.
And I, like I
That's
said,
where that
and I go
stands.
back to I don't hesitate if I want a goldfish. I do not feel any kind of shame or embarrassment going into the cabinet and having to sneak a goldfish cracker because it's a quote goldfish unquote cracker.
You would never break it down like that. And yeah, it
It doesn't
people
stop
be
or
doing
deter me.
too people be doing too much. People will be I feel like they setting themselves up for failure. Like if you thought you seen a decline before, somebody about to get fired
I have a
because
feeling that
they
there's going to be such an uproar. I feel like that is the fabric of that snack is woven in the fabric of every child's childhood. You know what I mean? It is like a staple in your childhood growing up, goldfish
well, you know
crackers.
what? Hey, thinking of it, maybe it's a good marketing tactic to get enough attention brought back to go because maybe there were declining sales, not necessarily because of the pandemic. There's new and upcoming snacks and da 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 all the time, right? So let's get it back out there. Let's get it in rotation again. This could just be for
No bad publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity, right? So
exactly.
maybe it's
Exactly.
just to throw it
Now
out there to cause the uproar, to have people start
you
a
see us
petition,
discussing it.
to have
You see us
people
discussing it.
start a petition to keep the name Goldfish Cracker, and then they come back and say, we've thought about it, and you're
Right.
right. This is childhood. This is America. This is what we all know and love. We're going to keep it at Goldfish, and then sales
Boom.
increase, and maybe Dawn,
Boom. We just cracked the
and
code.
then there'll be a
Now we
documentary
listen.
about it on Netflix.
Exactly. And we about to get
Right.
killed because we are about to end up
Why?
missing. We about to end up swimming with the Chilean sea bass
Why?
fishes because we all this knowledge we just spread, all this knowledge. You don't think that
Well, listen.
they like all these heifers know too
Well,
much.
if we're still here after all this the Diddy and the uh, Jay-Z and Beyonce talk, maybe we'll still be okay.
Girl, well, who we kidding? We didn't know what we was talking about when we was talking about that.
We don't know. We don't never know what we're talking about.
But this one, I feel very strongly about that we're on to something. I got goosebumps and my hair standing up on my arms. We didn't crack the code. Well, friends, it's been nice knowing y'all. All of a sudden, we're gonna have problems uploading our podcast. It's just gonna be a doubt no. But that okay, so we'll have to see definitely how that does play out. But I really do like once we were talking about it, and then I forget what you said, but that clicked on the light bulb where I'm like, well, maybe that is a good because hey, like I said, we're talking about it and feel so strongly about like why would they do that? Da, 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 da. So I don't know.
You're
Maybe
right.
listen.
I didn't
Maybe
think about it
instead
that
of
way.
getting fired, maybe somebody's up for a promotion. Somebody's about to get on auto pay.
Maybe, maybe. And you've
So
heard
we'll
about
see.
like influencers will do that. What do they call it? I can never remember words, man.
At all, Lord have
Um, it's
mercy.
bad. I want to say it's not clickbaiting. What do they call it? Something baiting?
Oh,
What's it called?
oh,
When
hold
they
on.
will
Yes.
do something
Wait.
purposely that they know is going to aggravate people, so they'll leave bad
Yes.
comments in the
Hold on. Not trolling. I don't know who just said it. I don't know if it was our oldest. Something raging.
oh,
Something.
bait rating, rage baiting.
Rate. Yes. Rage bait. Yes. That was a new one.
Mm.
Because I was like,
Who
what?
can't remember words now?
Heifer, I just helped you.
But you
What
can't
you
remember it
mean?
either. You can't remember it either.
I don't like you. Whatever. Misery love company. Misery love company.
Maybe it's like a form of rage
Anyway.
baiting. You know what I mean? Doing something,
Yes.
putting something out there on purpose, knowing that it's going to
Yes.
get negativity, but it still draws
Again.
in the comments and the views and the publicity enough to, yeah,
Again, like you said,
possibly.
bad publicity.
No
There's no such
publicity
thing
is
as bad
bad
publicity.
publicity, right? What did I
What you
just
say?
say?
All right. Okay.
What did I just say?
No publicity is bad publicity. You would never. And try to say it so smoothly, too. Like, we ain't gonna double back on that. Okay. I tried to go along with it. Then I was like, wait, hold up. Mm-mm. She got me out here talking crazy with her. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Okay, so
oh,
we're covering stuff. We're covering stuff. Ooh. So I
oh.
know I have made, like I said, we don't really talk about too much of what we're going to talk about, but we'll make notes of things that we want to cover. And so one of the things that I wanted to cover is Joshua Jackson and Lupita Nyong'o. Now,
Hmm.
Lupita is known for movies such as she was in for most recently, like the third installment of Quiet Place. Of course, she was in Black Panther. Those um, I keep wanting to say series. I don't know if series is the correct word, but the Black Panther movies. I mean, she's had various
Franchise.
roles. Yes, franchise. Thank you. It was Black Panther
Mm.
franchise.
Who can't remember
Um,
words now?
oh, this half of moving on. Very beautiful. Joshua Jackson. So they recently split. I didn't even really know that they were dating like that. Joshua
And Joshua
Jackson
Jackson is
clearly
from, where's he from? You have to remind the people, just in
Dawson's
case.
Creek. That's the only
Dawson's
thing I can
Creek.
say.
That's the only thing I know him from is Dawson's Creek. But anyway,
I'm sure he's played in other stuff, but like what
that's
they
what
call
I
it, like
know
B
Joshua Jackson for.
roles.
Yeah, that's all I know is
But
Dawson's
like
Creek.
and he was in his heyday of Dawson Creek. That's when he was really popular and well known. Like I said, I'm sure he's played in other stuff, but he clearly has a type because prior to dating, is it how do you say her name? Is it Lupita or Lupita?
Lupita.
Lupita.
Uh-huh.
Prior to dating
Nyong'o.
Lupita, huh?
Nyong'o.
Is that how you say her last name?
Yeah.
Say it one more time for the people in the back.
Nyong'o. Lupita Nyong'o.
Nyong'o. Nyong'o. Oh, I like that. Lupita Nyong'o. Is she? That sounds Asian. Shut up. Anyway,
She's
prior to
actually
dating,
Mexican, but I think, can't remember where she was. She was born in Mexico. So her nationality is actually Mexican, but she's,
really?
hmm
Fun fact. Go ahead. You know Martin Lawrence is German. He was born in Germany.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because his um, dad was serving, and so yeah, that's where he was born was
I've
Germany.
got into a major discussion with my children because, like, I try to explain to them. We've gotten into this discussion about different things, and now they get it. Is that a person's nationality is, is versus their
Race.
race. Yes, people confuse
Mm-hmm.
those sometimes. So they will be like, "What nationality are they?" And your nationality is American, Mexican, German. You know what I mean?
Right.
French. That's the country that you were born in, or the nation that you are from, is your nationality, not necessarily your race. But people
Right.
often confuse them, and they'll say, "Well, they're um, they're a Latino or a Latina or they're Spanish." I'm like, no, that's not their nationality, or that's, what I mean, or
Right.
that's not their race. They are.
Well, like my husband, perfect example. L is white. He's Cuban. His nationality is Cuban. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, but I mean, you see him, and
Even though
he's
ethnically speaking, he doesn't look like a American white person, but definitely his race is white.
right,
Cuban nationality speaking, right?
right.
So a person can be, um, I'm thinking of like a black person. They can be a
Um,
Latina, but their
so what's
race.
her name? Celine, Celia Cruz.
Rosario Dawson,
Yes,
Zoe, not Zoe, what Zoe? the one who played the blue person in
Zoe
Avatar,
Saldana.
Zoe Saldana. Their race is black, but their nationality might be Dominican or Puerto Rican or Cuban or whatever the case may be. People get that confused. Like
Faison
you,
Love. I think
Faison
he's
Love,
Cuban.
he's Cuban, right? Right. They people. I don't know why that. Yeah, sometimes get that confused. Okay. Side note: that had nothing to do with anything.
But
Um.
you know how we do.
Yes.
Anyway, but so
Lupita. Back to
Lupita and
Lupita.
yes, Joshua, they broke up. But he clearly has a type because prior to dating Lupita, he was dating, is it Jodie Turner? Another
Yes,
beautiful
Jodie Turner Smith, maybe.
Yes, Jodie Turner Smith. And I think she's a model.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know her
I
nationality. I
think
don't
she's
know her.
British. I think that she's British.
I think so, but beautiful. Um, which I thought they were. Now, to me, were they married or were they just dating?
No, I think they were married. And
I thought they were going to be for the long run. You know me, he was cool in my book. You were down with Brown, go ahead. That's what I like to see. And then they broke up, and I was just like, no,
I think it was
she's
too. It wasn't,
statuesque,
and it wasn't very amicable. I think it was
right? It
sloppy,
was
a
a
little
little
messy.
gritty, but
Hmm.
I was taken back by that. And but then he picked it up with Lupita, and again I was proud because I'm like, hey, Mr. Jackson, all right now, go ahead. And then and then that ended, and I'm just like, three strikes you out, buddy.
Well,
I don't
now
know what you're doing.
he's on that show, that Odyssey, Mister
Odyssey.
Doctor Odyssey,
I
about
thought
the
that was it. Is
cruise
that him?
doctor. Uh huh.
He looks old though.
He. What did we just talk about before we started this podcast, Dawn?
No, but like he looked old,
No,
Beth.
he
I don't know
doesn't
how
look
old
old.
he is,
Well, first of all, I think he's probably about my age.
but you don't look your age. You don't look old.
I
That's what
think
I'm saying.
I don't think that he looks old. I think that he's got salt and pepper hair, which is what happens when you start getting in your 40s. You start to
Ever, you ain't in your 40s.
whatever. You start to what do you mean? Shut up.
Why are you trying to emphasize in your 40s?
That's what happens. Your hair starts to gray.
I don't have any gray. I have a speckle here and there. One gray
I
hair
said
here
your
and
hair
there.
starts to gray. You are in the beginning of your 40 era.
That man dag near silver headed. He a silverback gorilla
I but
by the means of the term.
what I'm saying is that I think that I don't know how old he is, to be honest with you, but I think that
Oh
he is.
my goodness. So how you
I think
defending him as if
because he
y'all
has
were
he
roommates?
is he has I think he's around my age. He is salt and peppery, which is I don't mind salt and pepper on a man, honestly. I think it kind of makes him looks distinguished. If you look at
Yes.
his face doesn't really look old, but I think the salt and pepper hair kind of throws you off a little bit. I think he looks good.
Mm. He all right. He look old.
I'm not saying that I think that he's a hot or good looking man. I'm just saying I think that he doesn't look bad. Like he looks like he's taking care of
Old.
himself. Oh, so that's two
Okay.
different things. We're saying two totally different things.
He looks old, Beth.
I don't think he
You
I don't think he looks
you
old.
defending
And
this dude like he your first cousin. I
I'm
don't
saying, and
understand it
I
right now.
just got finished telling you that I am trying to embrace this aging thing gracefully.
What you
I
mean? Why do
I
you have to embrace it, Beth? What problems do you have in your life, Beth? Miss, have a random dude come up. Oh, we didn't even discuss that. Let's talk about that because
let's
now I'm
not.
getting angry.
Let's not.
Yeah, no, we are. Let's bring it to the table.
Let's
You know what? No, you said let's not. Okay, but just know, okay, bet friends, the
let's
amount of attention
I
that Beth
don't
gets for her drop dead gorgeous
that
beauty
nope,
is
nope, it's
ridiculous.
not true.
Am I lying, Beth?
Yes.
I can't even count. I don't have enough
We're
fingers and
not talking
toes
about this.
in other people's fingers and
Nope, it's
toes.
not true.
Okay.
So my point
Oh,
is
I'm lying? Am I lying, Beth? Am I lying?
I would not call you a liar, but I'd say you don't always tell the truth, evidently.
That's okay. friends, listen to me when I tell you this. And this is the reason why I refuse to do visual
That's
podcasts
not
with
true.
Beth. I refuse
Not true.
to hush because okay. This lady is so
No,
beautiful. Random
Dawn,
people
stop. That is
will come. What? Random people will come up to comment on her beauty. Do you know what it's like to
that is
be
not
somewhere and
you.
someone randomly
This is what I don't like. You're setting this.
what
You're setting me up for failure because that is not true.
okay. Anyway, random people will just I just had to stop you and let you know you are so beautiful. Oh, I just had to come over and just say I seen you from across the room. You are so beautiful. Just
I am
go.
being
Am I lying, Beth? Has that not
falsely
happened?
accused. It
Has that
happens
not
to
happened
everybody
multiple
at some
times?
point in their
All I'm
life.
saying is
It's happened
to
to. It's
to
happened to. It happens because there's beauty's in the
listen.
eye of the
You lying
beholder.
so much, your radio's breaking up on your end.
Beauty is in the eye of
Breaker,
the
breaker, one niner.
beauty is
You're
in the
breaking up
eye
on
of
your
the
end.
beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So
Well, you have a lot of
you
beholders,
and you
Beth.
hate,
Let's just
but
say
see
that
what you
then.
failed to mention though is that the person that is saying that to me is the 72-year-old toothless man at the gas station.
Lies. Lies. That only happened one time. All the rest of them, all the rest of them ain't been 72 missing teeth and on life support. Stop. Stop with it. Now I'm the one. Dawn is
Dawn,
a
you know,
old man magnet. Old man magnet.
woo,
I don't know what it is. It could be my robust cheeks, the hearty laughter that I give off, but I there are older suitors that are ready to give up their pensions.
hey,
Those Medicaid checks be rolling in. If I was a few years older, oh buddy, I tell
you'd
you
be
what, no,
set, wouldn't you?
I'd be set. I'd be on auto pay. I'd have no other choice. That's how they would have to pay me. No, but back to see,
What were we
this
even
is what
talking about?
happens.
So you get derailed. What were we even talking about?
We were talking about Joshua Jackson and Jodie Turner
Oh
Smith,
yeah.
and then you talked about
I'm
anyway. So
I
that was
I'm
in
trying to
movies.
I'm just trying to embrace aging gracefully. I'm trying to say that it is a privilege to grow older and that I shouldn't look like I'm 20 or 30 anymore because I'm not 20 or 30 anymore. And if I did still look that way, there would be a problem. There'd be something wrong. I'd be Benjamin Button. There'd be something not right. So it's
Oh,
okay.
wait a minute. Hold on.
What?
You hear that?
No.
Is that on your end?
What is it?
The tiny violin that I'm
Oh,
playing for
shut
all your
up.
whining.
You're such a fool.
Can't stand you. Whatever. Heifer.
Anyway,
We're all so sorry for you,
that is
Beth, and
not.
your ageless beauty that you have to deal with and embrace on a daily basis.
I cannot stand you. I cannot stand you.
This is the kind of relationship we have, friends. I love picking with her. I love
Can't
making
stand
her
her.
blush and
Cannot stand her. Anyway, what were we
okay,
talking about
listen.
before Joshua Jackson?
That was about it. But now moving on though, because we gonna do good at staying under this hour, at least attempt to. We because I'll have another time to confirm and verify your ageless beauty. We have a cruise coming up, and I'm sure on that
We
cruise
do.
there's going to be
Mhm.
countless individuals.
There,
I just had to come over and let you know you're so
this.
beautiful.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. I am because. Never mind. I'm just like
Don't try to fight
I
it.
feel
Anyway,
defeated. Yes, we have a cruise coming up.
we have a cruise coming up. We're excited. So this for both of us and our friends included that are joining us, everyone that's going to be on this. It's our first time with this cruise line. Now, you know, speaking for myself, I'm an avid Royal Caribbean cruiser, so
Me
I
también.
feel very comfortable. I can book that cruise with my eyes closed. not really have too much to worry about because I just know, hey, Royal's going to take care of me. So this one though, you want to let them know
So
what we're going
we,
to scope out.
yes, we embarked this time on the all adults Virgin Voyages cruise line this time.
Right.
So
Very
this is a
first
first
time.
for all of us because, like you said, you and me both are avid Royal Caribbean, uh, what do you call it, Crown and Anchor members. We are
Right.
definitely part of Royal Caribbean. So
Right.
we know the ships, we know the format, we know what we're used to. This is definitely a venture for us, like a venture off of what we're used to. But I'm really, really excited because the food, because the food on the cruise ship looks so good. I'm so excited to eat this food. And like,
I
look,
forget how many eateries it says it
I'm
has. Now,
so excited. I don't know.
I'm excited too, but I have, okay, so this is my concern, friend. So, like with Royal Caribbean, when you book a cruise, of course, your base pay includes breakfast, lunch, dinner. There's specialty restaurants. Now, if you on a Royal Caribbean cruise, if you want a specialty restaurant, that's an additional charge. You
You have
have
to
to
make a
up
reservation and
right and have
right,
an
yeah.
upcharge for dining in those specialty restaurants. Virgin Voyages is saying, hey, we have specialty restaurants, but you don't, there's no additional charge. You do have to make reservations, but it's included in what you pay. So we've been trying to coordinate. We have a nice size group going. So we found out quickly though that because of the size of our group, it's I think what we got one dining all together,
Yeah, I booked the one at the Korean barbecue restaurant for everybody.
which I'm very excited. I've never on land or any place else had Korean barbecue before. I've seen it. I know all of it. I feel like I'm about to go in there like a pro. I've never experienced Korean barbecue though myself, so I'm excited about that dining experience. Now we have the one booked for the group, and then it was kind of like hey, we're gonna have to book all of our other reservations, try to get it as close in time as possible, but it's like every man for himself, which is fine. But I became overwhelmed, and I really thought going in on Virgin Voyages that if you wanted to dine, like you had to book all of your meals. I didn't realize that they offered eateries where it's like no reservation required. You can just go up and enjoy. They do have different times when they're open and closed. Beth, I think we're just
Version
gonna
of
have
the
to go that route.
Windjammer, like the version of the
Yeah, it's like a
Windjammer.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine. I think we're all good with that as well. I think that I don't know where we got into our minds that we had
Every
to
like you know what
book
I
a
mean.
dinner.
It's
No,
required.
but I think just some of the specialty restaurants we were just wanting to try, and so we were trying to get into them. But I think that they'll be because I feel like that their version of like what the Windjammer would be, it's pretty much going to have the same fare every day. You know what I mean? The same types of food every day.
Right,
So this way, if you did book
right.
a restaurant, it got you. If you decide you want Italian one night,
Oh, you're coming
then
in
you,
real. Hold on, you're coming in real pixelated, buddy.
oh, I'm sorry. Is that better? Am I better now?
Yeah, yeah. Try that. Try it again.
I'm sorry. I said, so like if you decided one night you wanted Italian, because what they were offering in the general eatery area, they didn't have Italian, that you could have Italian if you wanted to, or like Korean barbecue, that's a specialty. So if you want that, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to book a reservation or book an
Yeah,
actual. So I not that you have to eat at those restaurants, but if you don't want what they have just you know, up in the normal um,
the
food
general
area,
eating areas.
right?
Yeah.
And so I think that we were like, well, let's try all the restaurants because all the food sounds good. I'm just excited. So,
I'm
but I
excited,
think
but
we'll be
for
fine. I
the
think we'll
Korean
be fine.
barbecue and but the general eating, I mean, they had a ramen noodle spot,
Yeah, yeah, I
they had
think
a
we'll be
taco
fine.
spot, so
I think
that's
we'll
why I'm
be
like,
good.
we can just opt for that now. I know we have the Korean barbecue for sure, and then we have booked for ourselves, the ladies, a brunch. So I'm excited about that. So
Hmm.
I'm good for that. I'm good.
Brunch is,
But
yeah, I'm
the ship
excited.
itself, the one of the drawing points on it is, again, it's adults only, meaning that there's not going to be little kids running around.
Yeah.
I'm all for a family trip, don't get me wrong, but it's just nice to not have to, oh, watch your step, oh, make sure you, and to keep an eye and
Stop running. Get off of that. Yeah, it's just because
right.
what my mantra was always, because I've done tons of vacations, tons of cruises with my children. I mean,
Hmm.
they grew up cruising. Um,
Right.
I always said that a cruise was not a vacation when my kids were with me. It was just my life on a cruise ship. It was my life
Right.
in a different country. Because if I'm having to pack diapers and and change of outfits for the kids and and having to make sure I have a spot that I can breastfeed and do all that other kind of stuff or whatever the case
Yeah,
may be, it's I'm not saying that it's not a good time and I don't enjoy doing or did not enjoy doing those things with my children. Of course I did, but it's not so much a vacation because if you're parenting
you're
while you're
still
on
momming.
vacation, you're still right. So
Right.
it just was my life on the ship. It was just my life in a different country. It was just, you know what I mean? It was just my life
Right.
cruising. That's all it was. So yeah, so that's so this
And
is
when you go
nice
on
and that
those trips, like you know what I mean, like you're momming for yourself, you can't help but, like, if you see another mom, like you're on mom alert the whole time. You know what I mean? Even for other little kids, if you see a little kid fall, you know what I mean, you're momming all the time. So to be able to go on this cruise line where the youngest person is 18, you don't have the hustle and bustle and busyness of little kids running around and things like that. So this is our first time trying, especially like I said with this cruise line. So I'm excited. I really am. The rooms look amazing. If you visit Virgin Voyages website and just see it, like they have like rock star themed rooms and things like that. I will say I did note Virgin Voyages is a little bit more expensive than
it is a
Royal
little bit more.
Caribbean. Yeah, than Royal Caribbean cruises.
I'm I'm kind of anxious to see, like, I know what to expect on Royal as far as entertainment goes. And
Yes.
so, you know
Mm-hmm.
me, I love games. I love the game shows. I love the trivia. There's trivia every night on Royal Caribbean. And where is Beth? You can find me in the Schooner Lounge every night trying to do whatever
Name
trivia
that
they have.
tune.
Yep, whatever they have up there. So I kind of
80s
know
hits.
all of it. SpongeBob trivia. I mean, like
Right.
whatever it is, I'm trying to do it. I can have no idea. It could be like World War II history. I am there. I have no idea. I'm going to lose, but I just love to play it. Um,
Right.
I don't know what they offer in terms of entertainment. I know they'll
Yeah.
offer some shows. The shows on Royal Caribbean cruise lines are top notch. I know they've
Mm-hmm.
got karaoke. I know they've got comedy
Let's,
shows. So I'm
hey,
just kind of
pause.
yes.
Pause. Let's talk about that. Now, that's one thing I'm already feeling a little iffy about. So on Royal Caribbean, karaoke is like they have a karaoke studio. People go in, like, that's some of the highlight nights is karaoke. You love seeing people. Like, you got really good singers and really bad singers. Virgin Voyages, it's not open like a big space. It's like you rent a room for you and your friends. And like I joked, I need an audience. Okay, we already know each other. I need to put on a show, and I'm already feeling like, well, why can't we see? I want to see other people
Perform as
karaoke.
well.
So
Right.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that there's always a scavenger hunt of some sort on Royal Caribbean.
Right.
You know me, I love a scavenger hunt.
I want to win.
All right, throwback. I see you. It's not about the winning, Dawn. Um, that's what I'm kind of anxious about. And honestly, the
Yeah.
two stops that we're going to, one we're going to Bimini. I've never been to Bimini specifically, but I've been to the Bahamas before. And
Right.
so, I mean, so lots of times, unless there's someplace specific at the islands that we're doing something, it doesn't really matter what the or
The
stopping.
stop is.
No, and
Yeah.
especially since the Bahamas is it's beautiful. I'm not saying that it's not. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be snobbish, as you're going to accuse me in like 30 seconds. Um,
Thank you.
um, but but I'm okay. And we're going. I think the other place we're going is Playa del Carmen.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm excited, but I'm more excited about
Exploring this
yes,
ship and
everything
like
else.
seeing all
Yeah.
its amenities and stuff. Yeah.
So
Because like Virgin Voyages, like in the rooms themselves, everything's like high tech. You have a remote that controls everything in the room, which is pretty cool. You don't necessarily have, like on Royal Caribbean, to access your room, you have a C Pass card. That's your key to your room. On Virgin Voyages, which is real slick, you have a bracelet, I guess, that you wear. That's like your your room key. I don't know, like little stuff like that. Like I'm ready, and I'm sure we'll have more information to provide and our experiences once we come back from it. But I'm anxious. I still got to get my
excited.
stuff
Oh
together.
man, I have not even have a clue. I seem to. It's like I told my body I'm going on a cruise, so let's prepare and let's try to lose a few pounds so that your everything isn't pulling and tight on your body and everything else. And my body said, "Bet you want to gain 10 pounds? Let's do it." I'm like, I what? Eating and the pounds are just packing on. I'm like, what in the world is going on? So anyway,
Welcome to my life. This is what I have dealt with for years.
but I'm just trying to just be like, it doesn't matter. Just go. You're with your friends, you're with your family, have a good time,
Exactly.
and that's what we're
And
gonna
that's what it's
do.
going to be.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yes. It's because
So
it's been a while since we all cruised together.
it's been a minute.
It's
It's
been
been
a
a minute.
minute.
Hmm.
So the fact that we get to do it all together and experience, like, so no one has um any pre experience with this ship. So
Right.
everything we'll get to experience, it'll be all on one level. And I don't know, I think that'll make it even more fun, and just, more exciting. I don't
Right.
know.
Right.
So
So
that's where it's at.
we've got that for a couple of weeks away, and then like you said, we'll get back and we'll debrief everybody
Listen,
on
I
how
still
that
got to,
went.
and now I got a flight there. So we set to get to our destination for the cruise. I'm still trying to get a flight back home though. Might
Guess
not
you'll
be
just have
coming
to
back.
stay in Florida.
Exactly. That's what it's looking like. But I did see now there are some cheap flights, and I think I was going to try to get it here soon. For like $66 through Allegiant.
Yeah, that's
I
not
mean,
bad at
the money
all.
is right,
That's not
but
bad.
you know what, how they get you. Perfect ticket price. You know that baggage is about to be out the wazoo,
But if
and
you
so I'm just like,
if you buy it in an okay, so if you have to buy, depending on how many bags that you think you and Elle will bring, you think you'll each bring 2 bags?
no, not really. I on a normal like we've done a 7 day cruise and I've done one bag. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I'm pretty confident that I can do the same. And because this one is just we're doing what, a 5 day,
Just a
four
five
night,
day.
5 days,
Hmm.
something like that.
Yeah, so it'll be
So
quick.
yeah, so I can definitely do one bag. So getting to our destination in Florida, we're going Southwest. So we're covered there
So you're
because
covered there, it's
2 free
included.
check bags.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. So it's just that
But I
baggage
but I
fees.
think you probably
Ugh.
can find a bag each of you for it probably is about $60. That's not
Yeah, I think the
horrible.
app was 57. But again, but it's like,
But if you add that up though with the cost of the flight, that's only 110, $15 for a ticket, which isn't bad. And Allegiant's
yeah,
pretty
I
good.
guess you're right. Yeah. Especially like I said, I'm sure we can just do one bag. And you know me, honestly, again, it's for me it's about the ship. So, of course, starting out cruising, I was trying to dress to the nines every night, three different outfits. I'm at the point, once you've cruised, you've cruised. It really is a leisure thing. You might see me in a moo all 5 days.
Listen, I
That's
get
where
that
I'm at in my
moo
life.
life. Me too. I get the
I
moo life.
feel the breeze and be comfortable. Whew. It's
Hmm.
funny how things change once you get older.
Oh
It's like, I
man,
get it now.
me
I
too.
get it.
Because I remember before I was changing changing outfits 3 and 4 times a day.
I've witnessed this. Ridiculous. I've been there helping make decisions. I've witnessed this.
So, but
But to
now
be like, get
it
dressed
is
in the
what it
morning,
is right now.
it is what it is.
Hmm.
To get dressed in the morning and wear that throughout the whole day, I'm all about that.
All about
Let's
it.
do it. Let's do it. I might put my swimsuit on in the afternoon and stay in that until dinner time.
Right?
Listen, find us some sun, a drink in hand, and catch the rays. Burn me like
I'm good.
KFC's crispy recipe. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. So that's what we got to look forward to. Listen, if we stop right here, we'll do good.
Okay, but there's one other thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh,
So
yes.
we
Go ahead.
have
I
to
don't know
only
it, but I just know
because
you said
we don't
yes.
have to, but I feel like if
Yes,
we
we
don't do
do.
it now, next week it'll be not as
To oh no,
relevant.
let's do it. And I'm excited. Only and friends, this is why I'm excited to give you a heads up. I don't know what it is. All I know is Beth was like, I want to talk about something. We got to, and I'm like, okay, bet I don't even know what it's about. It could be about food. It could be about people. I don't know. So,
Oh, well,
but
see,
we
now
have
that you built it up like that, I'm afraid that it's going to be a letdown.
Beth. It's you. None of your stories have been let
This is a
down.
letdown. This is not even a big deal, but it has to do with what you had thought about talking about, which was the tragedy of Liam Payne from One Direction passing away.
Oh, that's what you wanted to talk about.
Well, kind of.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I'm interested because you know why.
Why?
Let's discuss this. All I wanted to say was like, hey, this gentleman that passed away was part of the group One Direction back in the heyday. I'm sure you have all the facts for that. But knowing Beth's friends, because the info around this young man's death was that he fell from a balcony, um, allegedly, possibly with drugs in his system. This death
I
was,
think that was
caused by
confirmed. It was confirmed
right.
with the drugs.
So the reason I'm backing up and I'm really interested because as you all well know and I've discussed many times, Beth somehow always has additional information from sources unknown, but it's accurate. Like when Whitney Houston died and the reports were like, Whitney Houston passed away in the bathtub. As Beth came and was like, yeah, did you know, there was white powdery substances surrounding her and there was two glasses unmarked, but one of them had finger. Like she knows information that regular people don't know. So Beth, what you know about Liam
I don't really
that we
know.
don't
I
know?
don't know anything about him. I'm just saying. Wanted to say that my girls grew up on One Direction. It was their very first concert, so I was with them getting into One Direction, even though I was like originally, I was just the mom watching my daughters. They made me listen to the song so much that I had to identify whose voice was who, singing on the song and all the tracks. And I got to really know and like them. And so it was very sad to me about all that, whatever. But so there's a conspiracy out there that Beyonce was at the same hotel and that she had something to do with him falling off the roof, or
What?
falling off the balcony. I'm not lying. That's one of those crazy conspiracy theories, lumping and looping the
Was she
whole.
even in the area?
They said that she stayed at the same hotel.
Why would she have? And this isn't at you. I'm just saying, why would she have dealings with him though? Like, I mean,
Well, they said that he is a couple of times.
see y'all, see y'all. Go ahead though.
They said a couple times that he had said something like against Beyonce. Like I said a couple of things against Beyonce and didn't give her due. I don't
Oh
know.
Lord,
I don't know. It's crazy. But what I wanted to tell you is that I found out that Liam was living in Florida before he passed away. Before he took this trip to Argentina, that he was living in Florida. And not only was he living in Florida, he was living in South Florida, which is where I live. So initially, I'm thinking possibly Miami because that's where all the stars live.
yeah,
But no, he wasn't living in Miami. He was living in Palm Beach County, which is where I work. That's like about 45
yeah.
minutes ish from me. Dawn, I know exactly where he lived at. I mean, I know the house that he was living in.
What you mean?
He was living around the corner from somebody that I work with.
Get out of here.
Absolutely true. We found his house.
Oh Lord. See, y'all laughing and oh no, you so crazy. No, this is that kind of stuff that I'm talking about.
We
I ain't
found his
crazy, y'all. I
house.
knew she had some
We
information.
found his
Go ahead.
house. We found the house. I have the address and everything
Why do you have that, Beth?
because I we found it. We
Beth,
found
but what you gonna do? What you
there's
gonna do now
nothing
that
that
you
we
done found
can
the
do
house?
with it. I just was like, can
Beth,
you
don't you
believe
lie to me. Don't
I'm
you lie to
not
me right
doing
now.
anything with
Beth,
it. I'm not doing
if
anything with
I
it.
let me tell don't get offensive. Don't get defensive. Don't you do it.
What
Let
am
me
I
tell
going
you
to
something.
do?
Don't you send me no video of you with a ski mask on and you up in this
Shut
boy's
up.
house going through his cabinets and his.
So
Beth,
what's going to happen
Nutter
is
Butter
that
is already after us.
his
Don't do it.
his his girlfriend is going to have to probably move because they were just renting the house, and I'm sure it was in his name. But it was a
Why are you
five-bedroom.
sure of this, Beth?
I'm just figuring.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Don't make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. I know this heifer. Beth, I'm telling you right now, let the record show.
I'm not
If I
doing.
get any videos with you in this boy's house, in his bathroom, talking about something, look, Dawn, I
They
knew it wasn't drugs.
so they
It
had
was
they had not started really decorating yet, and he had said that he was going to go on this trip and come back, and couldn't wait to start decorating. They only lived in there like literally for I think it was a few weeks before he took this
Beth, how
trip.
you know that's what this man said?
Because I think that's pretty much common knowledge. I think you can find that on the internet.
I I think not we going to jail. That's what's gonna happen. We are going to jail. Let the
Anyway,
record show I have had no prior knowledge to this information
anyway,
that
isn't
has
that
just been discussed.
crazy?
It is crazy that you know it.
I've got the address. You can
What?
I will give you the address after we get off the air, and you can look it up on
Didn't
Zillow.
I just tell you I don't want no what part ain't you understand? Friends, did y'all hear this? This scene because she trying to set me up. I listen. I'm trying to make it to the cruise. Don't mess with me, Beth.
Anyway, that was it. I just was like, when I found out that we found out, then we knew. I'm like, oh my goodness, I
Who is we? What? What? Who? No, you know what? Don't answer no more. That is okay. That is all right. I will get the rest of my information from the internet.
that's where I got mine too.
INNANET.
That's where I got mine from
Internet.
too.
No, it's not. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me right now.
Anyway,
The
that's all. We can wrap it.
friends. It's been a wild one. It's been a fun one. As always, we've laughed. We did not cry, and then we laughed some more. So thank you again for joining us. We'll have more news. I'm sure Beth will open up more
Nope.
files on this case.
I don't know what it
She'll
is when something happens like this that I get all like internet detective-y. I don't know why I go down these rabbit holes. It's weird.
you can't help it because your mind is like a sponge and you love learning info that you just gotta
Useless, like info I don't need. The stuff that I need to know, I can't remember none of it. You know what I mean? But like little stupid stuff, I can remember all kinds of ridiculousness. Anyway, thanks,
oh
friends. It was nice talking to you guys. Thanks for
yes,
thanks for listening. Um, we appreciate it, and if you would like to, please like, share, subscribe, leave us a
tell your
comment,
friends
tell us
about
your
us.
friends.
Tell us your
We've
friends
got
that
several 5-star reviews on Spotify, and
yes,
we really appreciate that. That helps us out a little bit. So thank you
it
so
does.
much, and
Continue to listen, pass it on. Y'all know we here now for a long time for a good time. So have fun, laugh, you deserve it. And we will be back again with another episode with some, I'm sure, more informative information as always. So I ain't saying
But I'm saying,
peace, y'all.
bye.